Hello? Guess what? Today is day 12 of streaming. We've completed 2 of our partner requirements. In 25 hours, we're officially at 28 hours now. And we're on day 12. So tomorrow I won't be here to stream, but today we have a lot to cover. Today, Diddy Trial is like on day 3. We're going to listen to a streamer who's getting live updates on the Diddy trial, and it's crazy. Apparently, Diddy likes to smear semen from the men Cassie had to sleep with, that he wanted her to sleep with, on his body in the next room after the escort finished on her, rub it on his nipples, that kind of stuff. So we're just gonna tune in over there and see what's going on. Okay, you make my screen smaller. We will play some games a little bit, and we will circle back to this. Let me know if it's too graphic.
Now,
If
granted,
it's too much, we
I
could totally find something else to
believe
do.
the
It's
best
just,
strategy is for
I'm
Diddy to
in shock.
admit
I don't
his
know what to
sexuality.
say,
You
how to feel,
have
how to
to
process
admit
this
your
new information.
sexuality.
And this is
Because even
embarrassing.
if you're undercover gay, even if you's a
I don't even
party
want to
boy,
put this on my head. Hold on.
it doesn't mean you're a
I'm gonna
sex
grab
trafficker.
a scarf.
There is no charge for you to be gay. There is a charge for you to sex traffic. Now, it could be looked at you're gay and you're using her sexually to get what you want sexually out of men. That's sex trafficking. That is. Now, if you establish, like, yeah, I'm bisexual, I'm gay, whatever. However, I'm just kinky. That's different. But if Diddy's team ignores this idea that he's homosexual, I think Diddy's going to jail. Cassie has dropped the bomb. She took the pin out the grenade. She dropped it in the room. She's walked out. We're going to sit on this for a day until tomorrow. Diddy has to explain. His defense has to explain. Were you using this woman as a conduit for you to get to the men? If that's the case, you deceived her because she was, in her mind, she thought she was going to have a family with you. She was going to marry you. You deceived her, and under the pretense that you were, number 1, straight, number 2, going to marry her, number 3, really interested in her, which I think he was interested in her. You're deceiving her and using her as an object to get what you want in a very low-key way. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. After I just heard that, first person Instagram I gotta go to. What he done say? He ain't say nothing? Shit, chat. I am gonna lie to you.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
$50. Sit down on your luck. Not feeling good today? Well, look at the bright side. You could be Diddy. Yo, 58 shit. No fucking way. Bro, I'm shocked and appalled. Diddy was in the next room looking like this. Yo, Cassie, keep rubbing it in, rubbing it in. Diddy was trying to get pregnant from the male escorts. Rub the semen on me. That's crazy. You know why that's also especially nasty for any man? Because we all, you know, you're grown. We all jerk off. Semen is like the stickiest, nastiest shit, low-key, bro. Like, nobody's playing with semen. This ain't Play-Doh, nigga. Like, yo, you don't want that shit even touch your hands. Like, what the fuck? What the hell did he got going on, man? Like, you don't even want that shit to really touch your skin. Much less, nah, rub it in, rub it in. Go ahead, girl. Rub it in. Got Cassie using the semen like Lubriderm. Now this is crazy. What? They ended on long crimes. Nah, this is crazy, Chad. So everyone's supposedly be leaving court. It's gonna take a while. Shout out to my boy Myron Gaines. He's in the field with it. He's in the field with it. I watched him like give some valuable details about day one. I don't know if y'all saw. He
You're
actually
live.
Am I? Okay.
gotta get a little better camera, but like
I don't know
he was
why
rocking out
my
there. By the way,
quality
I
on
fuck with
YouTube
Myron.
looks
You
so
know, he's a guy
low.
that, like,
Like, I don't know if it's the settings or what. I have to figure that out. I have to fix them. I read a note.
I'm not here with him for the fucking KKK Jewish stuff. That's not me. But I think he's good at this because he has a background in law. He knows a lot. I did offer him my studio if he needs to do anything. So this was
Gotta
him
protect
yesterday
my her.
talking about whatever. So he's gonna give some details here. Just like bear with me because I think he's outside the court. Here we go.
This strip thing for a bachelor party. He shows up and no one's there. It's just Cassie. He's like, what the hell?
Oh, here we go.
She's like, hey, is it okay? I'll pay you extra. He's like, okay, no problem.
Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. Watching some of these things give us more details. So apparently the guy who, remember he was a stripper, then he started fucking Cassie. He shows up one time and Diddy's not there. Listen.
He gets called because no one else was available. He goes for a bachelorette party. Basically, what ended up happening was Cassie called him for a bachelorette party. Nobody was available. He was a member of like this whole bachelorette party strip club thing. So he shows up. Basically, he gets called because no one else was available. He goes to do this strip thing for a bachelorette party. He shows up and no one's there. It's just Cassie. He's like, what the hell? She's like, hey, is it okay? I'll pay you extra. He's like, okay, no problem. So she opens the door.
Why is it just her?
Inside.
Just to check. Escort is a male prostitute, right?
Yes, but this guy was a stripper. He was an
Okay.
escort, yeah.
He wasn't a pro.
Well, escort isn't really necessarily a prostitute. It's like this alternate thing, but it pretty much is. Hey, somebody says,
Same shit.
hold on. Let me see. We got talking about the chat. Hold on, let me keep playing.
He
Prostitute.
wasn't a prostitute, yeah.
Okay.
So he shows up, right? And Cassie's there by herself, or so he thinks. Right? So she opens the door. He goes in, and they rub baby oil on each other, right? He didn't know who she was back then. She was wearing red lingerie, red heels, and sunglasses indoors. And when he went to this hotel to meet her, it was the Gramercy Park Hotel in Manhattan, I think is what he said. Gramercy Park.
Oh, I know where. Okay.
You know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Her husband, so she said, hey, my husband is here. He's not gay. He's just going to be watching.
All right. Yo, shout out to my boy Jay Will in the building. Thank you for the 10. He says, would you get back
He's a cook.
Oh, he said chat, actually. Chat, would you get back with an ex? We broke up a year ago, mainly because she was too busy. I've had girls since, but I can't forget her. And now she's texting me, acting real friendly. Why did you break up with her?
No, we do not care.
Depends why you broke up with her.
We're not here for
And
you.
also, what's your intention?
We're here
with
for
her?
Cassie.
Maybe she had some fire sex and you just wanted to keep fucking her? Okay, I guess.
Men are whores.
That's not necessarily
Like,
the fact,
literally.
but if you want to get back in a relationship with her. It would probably depend on why y'all
You're
broke
talking
up.
about fam.
Probably what's happened in your life since. Okay?
Okay. And he wouldn't touch her, right? Because obviously he doesn't know who Cassie is at this point, right? This is 2012, 2013-ish. He doesn't know who she is. And then he goes into the room and he sees someone there wearing a white robe, a bandana over his face, and a hat. And he's like, he didn't know who the fuck it was. It wasn't until he heard the person speak that it was like, oh, that's fucking Diddy. Okay?
White robe and bandana over his face.
He didn't want the strip, the throw light everywhere. He walks into a room, he sees the guy's, he's wearing a bandana, hat, white robe, referred to him, and Cassie referred to him as baby. At this point, he doesn't know who he is yet.
So Cassie's not calling Diddy, at least when the escort pulls in. He ain't calling him Pop. He's calling him baby. You get what I'm saying? By the way, Nine Breaker thing for the tennis says Ack was here we go. Ack was Diddy chasing Cassie in that hotel with nut crust on his. Oh my God! Stop. They said was Diddy chasing Cassie with nut crust on his nipples. Bro, there's so much bad imagery, bro.
That is disgusting.
Man.
That's really
Yo,
disgusting.
everything hits different right now, chat. Everything hits different.
Look at Diddy. Look at him right here. Fuck. He back. Look at him. Mm-mm. That's all they rap about.
Remember that story about the wild party that Meek had with Diddy?
Mm.
They said they found all type of things there. I remember saying, "Oh, that sounds cap." Now I'm like, yo, why Jameson React says, yo, Ack, you need an expert to break this down. You need Sneeko because he's been to swinger parties. Chat, okay, I know Diddy's trying to say he was a swinger. I think Diddy's gay. I don't think he's a swinger. I think he's homosexual.
Yeah, I think he's gay.
He comes from an era that just
He's
isn't
gay.
brave. They're pussy. They're scared to tell people because of their reputation and their whole image. So many people, like all the
Yeah,
people who grew
he's
up on
for
this
sure
in their 40s, they don't know them as gay. So for them to admit they're gay is like the hardest thing. These days, if it's like a young artist, they just say they're gay. So I know we're hearing the swinger thing. I'm really just thinking Diddy's gay, bro. Diddy's fucking gay. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm remembering this. French Montana picture with Diddy. Y'all remember this picture right here?
He was with butt to front.
This picture was. The way Diddy was shirtless and was trying to angle his butt cheek towards French.
Yeah, his back is arched.
There's not enough Coco Loso in the world of Ciroc that could make a nigga stick the booty out like that.
Yeah.
He was sticking the booty out. It was sticking it out. It was sticking it out. Right here. This shit was nestled in his groin. Nah, I ain't saying French gay. But I
Might
think Diddy
be.
was trying him. Chat, I'm just saying, we done seen the signs. We done ignored it all this time. Fabulous, we need an emergency message from you, okay? Fabulous. Fabulous, what was he talking? Fabulous. Fabulous, he might wanted that na semen on his fucking stomach from you. Fabulous, we need a statement. We need a statement, Fabulous.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my
I
bag
like
back?
when
You
you
call him daddy? Yeah.
Daddy, I
Mm-mm.
like when you
it's right here,
scrambling
it's
and
right
scraping for shit.
What?
I like that.
I'll be practicing.
Nor you too.
Let's hear ignoring it. Why didn't you say something?
Okay. Mr. Lee,
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my
Chance with you. I
bag
like
back?
when you like this, Daddy.
yeah, will you put my bag
Daddy, I
back,
like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
Oh, it's right here, it's
scrambling
right
and
here.
scraping.
What
The worst
fucking
part about this is like, Fabulous got that face that says, yo, every time this nigga get drunk, he get extra gay. Like, he got that face, be like, man, he's doing it again. Like, this ain't his first rodeo. Like, you know how did he get? It's like, oh, man, he do it again. Jada is on some shit like,
Don't. He trying to ignore it.
Jada.
And he like, he say something to me, I'm going off. Let me
Somebody
see
else
something.
like, yo, who's gonna tell Jada? Jada's like, yo, look at this nigga Jada. He's like, nigga look like a Ninja Turtle. Like, Jada, I love you. Don't.
He's
I
not
love you, I
even
love
looking
you.
in that direction at all.
Yo, Jada like, the fuck?
When you
it's right here.
scrambling.
Yeah, you can tell. Yo, he got that fed up woman look right here. Like, man, come
He
on, bro.
like,
Not
hurry
tell you
up
about
with
doing
this
in
shit.
Public, bro. Dog, no semen for you, Diddy. Ain't gonna rub my shit on your nipple tonight.
Scraping for shit. No.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go over that one.
Make a
That
wish.
one.
It's everyone like ignoring it
Without
and just
pause.
like looking
Every
over
day's a
it,
birthday on
overlooking
Drink
it.
Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
He trying to blow something else out. Come on, Nori, you too drunk. You don't get it. Look, Fab the whole time is like, y'all done started scaring nigga up again, bro.
Where
Mm.
I look back on where I became.
Did you,
Did you miss me?
though?
Yo. That man is fucking sick. It's scary.
Blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's a birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Where I
Be careful around
back on
him.
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
Yo, Meek, immediately, we need to see Meek. We need to know what the fuck happened in that changing room when y'all was going in the same outfits, bro. If he said, nah, Meek, you look a little ashy, Meek. Meek, my chest a little ashy. I need something to lather me up before I put this on, because I'm trying to show some chest meat. Yo, Meek, you know what I need, right? What you need, Diddy? I'm gonna need some of that
Pause.
semen.
Oh my
I can lather
god.
my chest up. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is crazy.
It's his birthday.
Oh, my
party.
ears just got them
Man,
pierced
why won't you party
yesterday.
for your birthday?
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Bumbo clot.
Where I became.
This shit hits different now.
Run.
What? Yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie. This whole time, I thought this was a good old joke. Even when they started mentioning Meek, I'm like, oh, this is a good old joke. Now I'm looking at everybody, I'm like, y'all got 24 hours to actually say something. If none of y'all niggas say nothing, I know what it is. Hey, put it like this. If y'all knew my main mans that I went on 2 mans and everything with, he likes to get semen rubbed on his fucking stomach. If I don't say nothing in 24 hours, you could damn well assume I was with it too. All of y'all niggas, Ja Rule, Meek, Fab, all of y'all. If we gotta get a statement to say, yo, bruv, what the hell?
What the
What is
heliante?
going on? If nobody says nothing,
I'm trying to get the
I see
thumbnail.
what's going on.
Pain.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I miss
It's
Chat, let me ask y'all a question. You and your mans that was supposedly partying, bagging bitches, y'all doing y'all thing. If he get exposed to fucking transsexuals, are you gonna stay quiet or are you gonna be like, yo, just to let y'all know, I don't know what the fuck that nigga got going on. That ain't me. That ain't me, gang. I don't do that type of shit. Kevin Hart, Trey Songz, Meek Mill,
Everybody should
Fabulous.
podium.
Friends, I fuck with you, but even you too, bro. We need some statements, bro. We just need some statements again. We gotta see what's going on. What's y'all niggas been up to, bro? Cause we didn't. Nigga, I've never heard a definitive state. I told you, I always hear these rumors, but I'm like, they always talking about another man. They're like, oh yeah, Diddy try to fuck him. It was some actor nigga. I'm like, well, Diddy try to fuck him and said Diddy locked the door. He was just licking his lips and the nigga had to get aggressive with Diddy. Like, what? What you talking about, nigga? What we doing up in here? Say acting class? What the fuck we doing? What? Now, we hear from the horse's mouth. Cassie is saying, I used to swoop the cum out of my pussy and polish it on Diddy's nipples. He gay. So we need to know what type of party these niggas was having with Diddy. I'm sorry. I think that's fair.
Today's a birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Bumbo
Did you miss
clock.
me though? For real, because
Say no.
saying it
Say
seems
no.
like a thing.
Say
It's
it.
his birthday party.
Man.
Say
Man,
no.
but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Say no, sir.
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes.
You trying to make eye contact?
Eyes. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Yo, okay. So check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J.
Yes, yo, bless. Thank you for the $10. I agree with you too. Ross, I love you too, bro. You know I love you. Pause. I gotta say pause. But we didn't say this from you too. That nigga,
Yeah.
that crazy
Everybody
nigga
to
you
the
shot up
podium.
the Trump spot, he said you gay too. You
Yeah,
and
he
Cal.
did say
Khaled,
that.
I know you don't talk about Palestine, and I know Drake curved you like a side hoe, but we need a statement from you too, bro. We need a statement. Diddy done implicated all of y'all niggas in Batimanism. Okay, I'm sorry. Diddy done implicated all of y'all in Batiman activities.
Y'all love to be around
we know
him.
he was spreading
Y'all love
semen
to
on
celebrate with
him,
him.
and he was partying with y'all, and we're hearing other people saying y'all were getting freaky with him. We now need to know. I mean, again, if y'all want to be doing what y'all doing, like, again, you don't got to tell us. We ain't forcing y'all out the closet or nothing, no crazy shit. But I know I would be, nigga, I would have made a PSA, nigga. It would have been signed with all of our monikers. DJ Academics, Little Ack, Big Ack, Livingston George Allen, motherfucking
Not
Junior.
the
That's what my
government.
mom called him. I would have had 15 signatures. I am not into no Batiman activity, and whatever Diddy done talked about, that's on him. So if y'all niggas stay quiet, I know y'all been quiet. We ain't say the nigga guilty. I think he's not guilty. Even though this kind of like threw a monkey wrench into it. But if y'all niggas stay quiet on this,
What is he being charged for?
Jay and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like
We
people
know.
that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I
what type of
Like
variety,
yourself.
chat?
Jay and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different personalities. So I was like, I never knew they would become what they are today. But you know what I'm saying? They're like, you know.
Chat, y'all right. Fruits. Fruits.
Where is that from?
That sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Run.
So
Run. Run, 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 run.
So Tyrese kept on
This is
talking.
a fight. This is a Floyd fight.
Tyrese, you too.
Yeah. And Tyrese keep on talking about like how you got
Tyrese and we're like, damn.
And we just like, yo, the night ain't start. You gotta get back for church. We in motherfucking Vegas, nigga. Like you can go to church next week. You know what I'm saying? Sending your thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. We in Vegas. Don't be bringing God into this situation. Don't bring God into this situation. You know what I'm saying? F. Gary Gray is like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got.
Yo, low life, bro. But we partied already. Y'all feel bad for that nigga Fab. But we partied already. It's like you're trying to get out of it. No, nigga. Nah, nigga. We about to put Baltimore ass later on. What you mean we partied? But we partied already. What you mean we partied already, nigga? We finna party again.
Ray J. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J.
Ray J, you need to make a statement too.
Yeah. You know, Tion threw you in it
Ray
now.
J, after party with Diddy, you got booty goons. Something don't sound right. I'm sorry, I fuck with you, but we need to hear what's going on. This shit don't sound right. This sound like some whole lot of Jezebel shit.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yo, now everything is making sense. Niggas was squabbling over the cereal? Oh, hell nah. Diddy fighting over cereal. Nah, bro, fighting
Usher?
over the Frosted Flakes is crazy.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed.
Not no homo.
He basically say, don't get close to bed before you get fucked, nigga.
Yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. What he did, I'm just gonna. If we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even. I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, just, back in the days when he was like.
Look at Usher. He's so uncomfortable.
Brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say?
He
Nobody's
just-
conscious for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
We having a good time, yo. Usher made it in the. Hey, yo.
Yeah, bro, you just fucked that up. You should have just never said that. That was weird.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said let me pick it up. That's why I said I gotta pick it up from right there. This why I gotta pick it up from right there.
Nah, I knew
He
it.
says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. He says something fabulous and he goes, yo, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What are you talking about? When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. Like, when you see Jada Kiss put his head down, like, while we stuck here right now.
Right.
The cameras is rolling. Everybody see.
He ready to get up and leave.
Fluffy do some like, a little fluffy stuff going on. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding. Let me get out. No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
I asked 50 about that. And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What?
Hmm?
I'm a nice guy. I don't have no beef with Fifth. He loves me. Y'all can't see that he loves me. You really?
Right.
Yo, chat, brother love means something different now, man. Nigga call himself brother
He
love.
loves
He got a nut on
me.
his chest that he gonna rub on
I
his
don't think he
nipple.
loves
This is
you.
crazy, brother love. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. If my kids had to find out I was gay at a motherfucking trial, I'm done. Yo, you know his kids is like, what? Daddy did what? Nah,
They probably
ain't
know. I mean,
ain't
that's
no
their
fucking way
father.
Daddy was rubbing random niggas semen on his nipples. Pause on what I just.
Puff had a brownstone, I believe, on 35th Street and like Park Avenue between Park. It's some brownstones down there. I believe 35th or 36th. And Mace was staying there, and I went to use a bathroom, and it was a dildo on the bathroom sink.
Huh?
When I came out, I asked him what's about. He like, that's homeboy's joint. You know, I don't know what it's about. He always have girls over.
Wait.
From sink. And when I came out, I asked him what's about. He like, that's homeboy's joint. You know, I don't know what it's about. He always have girls over here. I don't know. I said, that's what I'm saying. It's your bathroom. Using this bathroom. I don't know where his bathroom at. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's word to my son, because stop breathing. I swear
But you
to
know
God.
what? Guys use dildos on girls sometimes.
That's true.
We seen some.
What he said
I'm not saying he didn't.
Right.
I'm
You just
just
seen it
telling
on
you
the
what I
sink. It was
seen.
just awkward.
I'm not saying that
Right.
that it was for either one of their personal use. I'm just telling you what I saw.
My God.
Mace, he really do know a lot about Puffy.
Oh, a lot. Bro, they used to live together. You understand? Remember Cameron said he went in there and it was this big dildo? And Mace was
He
saying...
laughing.
Mace, he...
All right, I think Myron's on it.
He is cracking the fuck up.
Okay, here we go.
And talked about meeting with Cassie. Now, I will be honest with you guys. The lawyer that cross-examined this prostitute wasn't the strongest guy. He was
Xavier.
kind of, asking a bunch of questions, constantly getting hit with objections, and the lawyer and even the judge was like, hey, this question is what are you going here? So this lawyer was not as good as Brian Steele on Diddy's team. It was Black Ball dude.
Oh, great description.
He didn't really go too hard when he did the cross-examination. So the prosecution...
All right, chat. Hold on. I got a little update for y'all little drama queens. Y'all drama queens. Y'all drama queens.
Ooh.
Oh, Mace hit me yesterday.
What'd he say? Don't mention my name.
I'm going to read exactly what his message is.
I need a mammogram.
Mace says, neither you,
My
I,
breast
nor
tissue
you, or anyone
must
else
be
keeps
doing
up with
stuff.
people who work for us do outside their job. So that's her own personal view. Okay? She had the right to speak as a woman. So they talking about Shorty, the
Cassie?
Sergio Wilson.
Oh.
And to receive her own consequences alone for her actions. Next time I'd ask you, give me a call if you gonna hold me accountable. All right. So
Who you
I never seen
talking?
this.
Oh.
I ain't never seen this.
Why you want to call? You want to speak on stream? He got a platform already. Don't he got like a podcast with camera on?
I'll tell you what I'm typing. I'm typing.
I gotta turn this fan off. Hold on.
I'm gonna read both messages. I bet. All right, you want me to read this Mace message? Mace said to me, neither you, I, nor Cam, or anyone else keeps up with what other people do outside of work. Neither you, I, nor Cam, or anyone that works. Wait, Jesus Christ, am I drunk? Neither
Yes.
you, I, nor Cam, or anyone else keeps up with what the people who work for us do outside their job. So that's her personal view, okay? And by the way, I agree. That's her personal view. But that's
What was her view?
Violate her. I didn't want to, like, I could just be like, yeah, I'm going to just violate you. But I said, yo, I like Cam and Mason. I know it's going to spill over there. I don't want to do that, shorty. That's what I said. He said, so she had the right to speak as a woman and to receive her own consequences. I agree, which I'm telling you, I don't respond nicely to nobody. My favorite thing in the world is when people overstep, I call them out of their names and I go on 100. I didn't do it with Treasure Wilson because of Cam and Mace. And maybe I shouldn't have brought them up either, but just to be clear. I said, I'm not going to go crazy on you because of Cam and Mace. So, because
is that the girl that sits with them on the podcast?
Is she had the right to say what she wanted, but she going to receive her own consequences. So this whole thing where I look on the Instagram and I'm seeing it is what it is. Act was cracking. You better chill the fuck out or we lit. I'm like,
what?
Calm down. Let's just calm it down real quick. Anyway, he said next
Who are
time
these
I'd
people?
ask that you give me a call if you're gonna hold me accountable. So Mace is saying he's not accountable. And Mace, I apologize for that, my brother. I thought that account was under y'all direction. I thought it was under y'all direction when I said
That was Crash Out from Sunday.
from the bottom of my heart, I thought it was under y'all direction. I've said this publicly. I love Cameron. I love Mace. Me and you, we've had personal conversations. I've seen you hit me up at times when you saw these other bitch-ass media niggas trying to link up or get at me, and you're like, man, I'm glad how you defended yourself. And I respected that. So I was just like, okay, I appreciate you knowing my resiliency. Y'all have talked about me nice. I've talked about y'all nice. When I seen this whole like, oh, this is your last warning, I'm like, whoa, like I couldn't tell what that was. So I had to respond. But, you know, and I think it probably goes both ways. Just like how he's saying I would appreciate if you would hit me up. I would appreciate before like an official page for y'all podcast get at me that y'all would as well just be like, yo, make sure the hosts are on board because Cam and Mace hold weight in this world. I could have said some crazy shit to her, but if we then get to okay,
So did he
now
crash
I
out or
gotta go
not?
with Cam and Mace. I gotta go with Cam and
Or was
Mace.
he cool about it?
So it was insinuated that Cam and Mace, because they're the show or they're the other two people
Excuse
on the show
me.
with her, that they was gonna finna try
I
to
need to
flame it
change
up.
my
Alright,
thumbnail.
let me see. I'm reading this.
But I'll do
my
that
friend seen this
then.
yesterday. He says, until then, remember what people say about you don't mean that's who you are. It means that's how they think you are. Lies and slander don't work on truly blessed people. You're blessed too. Mace, I love you.
Well, thanks for the motivation.
And by the way, Mace, I sent you my number too, so you could have texted me that too. I don't know why. I just seen this today. It says, oh, I gotta read what I said because I like to keep it all the way transparent, right? Why this only popped up now? He sent this yesterday. It says yesterday at 2:50 a.m. So it's like close to 3 a.m.
So I can't change my thumbnail yet.
5:41. By the way, this is all. You know, I'm not capping. Mace. Okay. I said. I just saw this. Peace and love. Yeah, the internet was going crazy with it. I love you and Cam, and couldn't believe they was putting me to respond to y'all. The Breakfast Club girl called me a liar. I wanted to defend myself, but of course,
A liar about the
I'm not most
concert?
liked. So they wanted you guys to go at me. I'm gonna keep typing because of Treasure. I had no problem with Shorty. I had no issue with her, and tried to dismiss it. I thought the brand account or podcast account was both you and Cameron stance on the entire issue, not maybe some employees who work for you guys defending her, which I understand. Right. Okay. My number is above. Text
Just call me. Text me. Communication is key. Anyway.
Transparent. Y'all know me. I'm the most transparent nigga out here, bro. Y'all clown me for shit, and some of the shit y'all clown me for.
He be telling too much of his business
but
sometimes.
like, I'm gonna always keep it 100.
A little chatty.
Shout out to Mace. W Mace. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't want to get into it with Cam and Mace anyway, and this shit was gonna hurt my heart. And I was actually waiting for a response from them. I'm like, I told you how much I looked up to Cam. I don't want to ever go with Cam. I
Why
love
is
Mace.
my
Me and
fan
Mace,
still
like,
on?
just watching even how Mace demeanor to certain shit, I really fuck with Mace. And I really want y'all to like put me against it. But then I know how the internet works and I know who I am, right? Like, number one, I would have had to go with them. Here's the reason why I got to go with them. Because if I don't go with them, if they said something like, quote unquote, checking me in terms of this is your warning, y'all gonna say, oh, act you pussy. You said something about this girl, and as
You're
soon
a
as the
crash
men
out.
came in,
So we expect that from you.
you ain't saying nothing no more. So you know what I did? I said, I bet I gotta go get prepared for 10 rounds with Cam and Mace. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't gonna go back and forth with her. I said what I said, but when I felt like they was coming in, I'm like, all right, me and Cam and Mace gonna go 10 rounds. Fuck it. Bro, I don't like pick and choosing. And I know y'all little narratives. Oh, I can only do this with women. All right, bet. So forget Lauren, because I already ethered her. I don't gotta respond to that girl no more. Treasure, I'm not gonna really go back and forth with her. I was just trying to say, like, why you picking sides? Just chill out, shorty. Then I thought Cam and Mace was just like, nigga, yo, bro, you talking to our co-host, like, nigga, we'll violate you, nigga. I'm like, well, I'm gonna look like a hoe now if I'm like, oh, nah, I love y'all too much. All right, bet, let's get it. And I'm glad it's not that, because I do like these guys. But, yeah, know the whole shit.
Women hate his ass.
It is. All right.
Can't wait to get on him ever.
I'm actually, I'm in a good mood now. I do fuck with Cam and Mace. Somebody said 10 rounds. Pause. I know we just talked about Diddy, but what's up?
When he like.
All right, chat. We good. Cam and Mace.
Nah, I'm not like to work
Listen,
right now.
You're right. I think it goes both ways. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. I think it goes both ways.
I'm about to fuck the stream up real quick.
I
need
could have
to
hit you
fix
directly because we've had conversations. I could have hit you directly, but y'all could have hit me directly too.
my saturation level.
It just came from the It Is What It Is page. So I'm thinking it's both of y'all. I'm really thinking, or it's one of y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Cam's such a slick talker. I be thinking it's Cam. Cam is a shit starter, bro.
He
So,
is.
Damn. If Cam,
They don't let me change it.
can't
Oh,
be a
here it
bitch
is.
and respond to her, and as soon as Cam respond to you, you're like, oh my God, I love Cam too much. All right, it's gonna hurt me, but fuck it, let's do it. So anyway, all right.
Oh, I look hella orange right there.
I think we kind of close that arc. Is that cool?
Okay, apply.
Somebody said, act. You just talk shit to make money. This is pro wrestling.
Close. Okay.
I love Cam and Mace though.
I think that's better.
Bro, yo, it's easy to go at niggas that I don't like.
Of course.
Like, well, if they have some relevance. They have some relevance. Like, Mealy Mall and them niggas, I don't like. Somebody said I'm glazed. Yeah, because I like them guys.
Favorites.
That's all, like, I had to make the hard decision. I'm like, all right, prep for 10 rounds. However,
prep for 10.
I
I don't watch the show at all. I just see clips online.
Yeah, I am happy
that's good.
because I like them.
The clips are funny.
But yeah, I'm glad. I am glad. I'm glad. So you call it whatever you want. I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay, Mace, I love
I
you.
always got shit hanging off the back of my chair.
Cam, I love
Clothes.
you. You know,
Really?
The post felt like it was Cam typing. I'm like, oh my God, Cam is too slick with the mouth. Pause. No Diddy, literally.
You're going to take us away with
Act,
the
you just be
pause.
sensitive. No, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I just try to defend myself, dog. Just let me defend myself. Feel me? And Treasure Wilson, I got no problem with you, bro. I got no problem with you. I know Lauren might be a friend. I understand that. but you could sit this one out. That's what I was saying. You sit this one out. And I'm not
Mind
gonna
your business,
I mean,
sister. Is what he's saying.
she was out of pocket. But me and you, I got no problems with you, and I do have some respect for you because you on a show that I fuck with, and I like Cameron Mace. Okay.
So you don't like her take on
So
stuff?
I'm gonna just leave it there. I think we cool. And back to the bullshit. All right, let's go. So former Fed explains why
Thank
the
you.
Diddy trial. Okay, so this is Myron explaining it right here. Chat, can we say W? Hey, chat. Everybody who's watching,
Proper lighting in here.
go show some love to Mace. Everybody go to his Instagram. Just be like, yo, Mace. W Mace. Appreciate you for clearing that up with Act.
No thanks. We're
I
not
watch the
giving him
audience,
no type
And a
of.
lot of the audience was just like, yo, bro, we like this girl. She's a very likable figure. We like Cameron Mace. I watch their content. They watch mine. I'm not trying to be beefing with everybody, honestly. I'm really not.
That arc
I think
was
that's just
a
my
good
thing.
day
I'm
on
not trying to be
Clubhouse.
beefing.
Ooh.
Okay? So just please show Mace some love. Tell him that I appreciate it. Okay? Anyway, let's get some more details on this Diddy case.
I'm sure my saturation is good.
Oh, fuck.
No, I think he was just saying he texted me. I think he was looking for something else, actually.
All right, let's keep hearing this.
She came back on redirect, and then he asked the prostitute, "Hey, did he direct the sex in the BJ's?" Yes. He made between $30
Is this
and $100
TMI,
in the first
TTOS,
meeting,
something like that?
To 5 to 6.
TOS.
The first meeting he was supposed to be stripping, he got $3,800 more than he was supposed to for the stripping, right?
$3,800.
Then he made between 5 to 700 to
You
6.
found him making good
every time
money.
he showed up.
Hey, no, we gotta put the same energy in everything. Whatever.
My hair
Jack
looks
nigga,
mad big.
All my academics TV pages, y'all put it out there. We have done a
Squash.
I love Cameron Mace. Seems like they have some love for me. Let's just leave it at that. I know y'all want to see World War III.
We do. It'll
But
happen.
sometimes World War III is
Knowing
war ain't
you
pretty.
like to drink.
Let me tell you this. There's a lot of in this media space. A lot
It's
of us
coming.
been here for a long time.
It's coming.
You never want to really. It's like U.S. and Russia. Russia got some shit and U.S. got some shit. You don't really want to go to war, so it's sometimes tense, but then you bring the level down. You know what I'm
To
saying?
turn my saturation up again. Like
Cassie
a real
played
colorful, real
when he
bright.
performed, but when he couldn't perform, like he couldn't get an erection or he couldn't ejaculate, they wouldn't pay him. Now what he
What?
claims is once he saw.
Yo, so Chad, here's my.
So that was the
thing.
whole point of the hookup,
Diddy
freak
had a
off.
semen. He was running a semen extracting factory. He was trying to get all samples of semen from different men to either taste. Maybe he's
Taste?
some people. Well, actually, I know a fucked up.
I didn't know he was trying to taste stuff.
He tells bitches that his nut works to help them with aging. I don't know if it works. Pause. Like, it's clearly a lie. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if that saying works with women trying to do whatever with him sexually. But there are some people who believe that shit. That semen helps cure pimples. Like, fuck out of here.
What?
Saw Diddy hit her. The first time he saw her hit her, he couldn't get hard after that. He couldn't be able to get aroused.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes
He only
sense.
saw her one time outside of sex. He recalls Diddy was saying for them to have sex again. Okay, so let me tell you guys a story real quick because it's pertinent.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Video unavailable.
Someone took it down? Or
Oh, did he delete it? Oh, he went private.
so you took too long chatting. We would have been saw it. You wasn't ranting about Mace.
A pool, y'all.
Who else is out there?
Go
Myron,
looking for
why
it on
is he making
Twitter.
private? It was a quick live, but he made it private. Myron, maybe he's gonna
Because
make it public again. Let's go to Law and Crimes. Law and Crimes definitely gonna do something.
I thought that white man. Ooh, who the fuck is that? My goodness. Whole face turned sideways. He is not okay. This is not Atlanta. All right, chat. 15 minutes. We're gonna play a game.
Oh, money, Debbie, going out with guns, dressing all.
Hey, chat, I've never
Oh, she
watched
went to the
First Contact,
trial?
and I'm not capping, so please don't. Her name's Tisa Tells. Is she cool with me or not? I don't know if these people be beefing me. Like, a lot of these people, they be having whatever.
She is really pretty though, but she is nutty.
Is she cool with me? Should I play it or is she a hater? I have no idea. If
It's
she's
too
cool,
late. Just play it.
There's a photo going viral of Lauren London at a 2009 Diddy party in a white dress while 6 months pregnant with Weezy's baby. Oh, shit.
What does a white dress mean? This shit is so coded. I know he like to have his mom wear white nail polish or something like that, or women that he mess with to only wear white nail polish. That's like some 50 Shades of Grey shit.
There's so many people that
She be cooking you. That is horrible.
Okay,
I'm about to look her up. Tisa Tells.
Fox 5 is there.
Everybody and mama down there in New York.
We want some like people who are in court to kind of tell us what the fuck happened, right?
She got some big eyes. I'm looking at her now. She's live right now. Chat, I'm gonna tell her hi. Okay, I put hard eyes. She has less big on her teeth, but it's okay.
All right, we have Fox 5 team coverage on the big story tonight. We're going to kick things off with Stephanie Bertini live in Lower Manhattan. Stephanie.
YouTube quality for some reason when your live stream is so low.
This shit like, yo, Diddy liked man milk lotion.
Extremely powerful testimony. Cassie, whose legal name is Cassandra Ventura, is now 38 years old. Now, she was only 19 when she met Sean Diddy Combs. They initially met in 2005. He was 37 at the time. They initially
Okay, it looks a lot better. I just fixed my settings.
She said, but then it turned into a romantic relationship, which of course was a very high-profile relationship. Cassie is now married to somebody else, and she's pregnant, expecting her third child with her husband.
Damn.
She was on the stand today. You can see in these courtroom sketches, clearly emotional as she shared this powerful testimony.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in
But
there.
when it came to her relationship with Combs, initially he signed her to his record label, Bad
Which
Boy
was a
Records,
trap
Cassie
because
said
he wanted to date her.
and then once it became a romantic relationship, she described a relationship that was good sometimes, but also bad. She says, and included some abuse. She also talked about having a relationship with him in which she was.
How long were they together for?
She also talked in
15,
detail about
10,
these
10, 15 years?
which are central to the case. Cassie sued Diddy in 2023. They settled right away, but then other victims started coming forward.
I would have never guessed that's what she was going through. You never fucking know. Ew.
Charges. Diddy has maintained his innocence the entire time. Of course, a very high-profile case. My colleague Lisa Evers is with me. Lisa, you were in court today. Talk about like what happened in court that really stood out.
Well, it was a very emotional day. You know, Cassie Ventura took the witness.
Shout out to Lisa Evers. She is a veteran in the game at this.
Fox 5 live.
She is basically the
Who in their free promo back there? Piece of what?
Ryan, look at Diddy. Remember,
She's pregnant. Wow.
Probably looking beautiful, glammed up.
I want to see if there's a picture of her in court.
This is the AUSA Emily Johnson. You see
Like
the
leaving
judge
court or
over here,
something. I hope there's
and
cameras
Diddy,
inside.
He's fully gray. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this is a bad image. Diddy looks like a nigga who has robbed women of their youth.
Vampire.
Robbed them from the cradle. Not necessarily because she was 21, but still, you know, the optic of Diddy looking old and gray.
She's got 2 kids already. She's on her third. Aw.
Her early 20s that
Her
Diddy
husband's
supposedly forced her
handsome.
to fuck. And I mean, they haven't given us a number, but it feels like it's more than dozens. It feels like it might be over 100 sex workers. Would y'all agree? Feels like
There's no
Diddy
full
got
body
forced
picture
to
of
fuck
her.
over
It
100
just
sex
looks like,
workers. That might
okay,
be a problem.
here's one.
Her entire story and experience is the cornerstone of this federal racketeering case, and she was rubbing her belly.
You can't
at
see her
times,
tummy.
as you would when you're pregnant with an unborn child.
But she's got a trench coat
Emotional
on.
at times, talking about this toxic
She's a very
relationship that
beautiful
she
woman.
endured. for many, many years, trying to paint a picture of which was very dismal and very upsetting for her too. At times, she actually broke down. We saw her reaching repeatedly for tissues to try to blot away the tears, Steph.
And she talked in detail about these freak-offs, Lisa?
She did, and she said they started within the first year after her personal relationship with
Oh, they
Sean
started
Combs
early,
began,
so he
and
must
they
have been doing
last
that.
from 1 to 4 days.
Doing that kind of
It was
stuff
almost
with
always
Kim
her having
Porter.
sex with a male sex worker while Combs watched. Sometimes he would get involved and participate. There was a lot of testimony about baby oil. He had a thing about
Ugh.
baby oil. It all started with baby oil massages. He would be involved with it, and she would have to end up eventually booking these male escorts under the name Jackie Star. That was her code name, her pseudonym, to get them to come to these freak-offs, which were happening with such regularity that she felt totally degraded, and she felt that's all she was good for.
Did you
That's terrible.
while she was testifying?
Yeah, there was one point where Combs was kind of shaking his head a little bit, and then one of his attorneys put his hand on his shoulder, basically like, just calm down. But I think the thing that was really important today was yesterday we saw his 3 daughters walk out when the escort talked about the sex
I bet.
escapades that were going on.
So the daughters are like, yo, I'm good. We're out of here, bro.
The freak-offs.
Why God Diddy looking?
I wonder if they were told to do
His
that.
entire family was there today. All the adult children, the sons, and those 3 girls who had to leave the court yesterday because they were apparently so upset by that very disturbing testimony that we all heard, Steph.
So this testimony,
Your
Cassie
father's
learned a bit
disturbing.
about her life, at least this section of her life. What did she say that kind of painted that picture?
Well, she said when she first met Combs, she was on a high because she had, a 10-album record deal with Bad Boy Records.
10
which was
album
the
is
hottest label
slavery.
at the time. But it quickly became clear that he was interested in her personally. Their personal relationship developed, and basically he and his staff.
By the way, while Diddy was in court, he made a heart symbol. How you doing?
To his family?
He made a heart symbol to the gallery, which
He loves
shows my
attention.
brother love, but I think this was him in a non-verbal way sending love or showing a symbol to his family. But of course, you have everybody else, including the media, who took notice of it. So this is how he looked.
Control over every aspect of her life in terms of her finances, in terms of where she lived, and she was constantly trying to please him. She was asked by the prosecutor, why did you stay with him for these freak-offs? And she
Yeah,
said,
what
I
the
just wanted to make him happy. That's all I cared about.
Hell
she said, I
no.
was young and confused, and there was a
Yeah,
lot of
she was
drug use
really
going
young.
on there.
The allegations are really that
And the
he used his
lifestyle, of
power to
course, what he
orchestrate
provided
this
her,
whole
because
thing.
she
That's
probably
what
wouldn't have
they're
got the
arguing.
core of that,
Exactly, and
you
it's
know,
was also key. There
as
was
an
a lot of
artist.
detailed testimony about the involvement of his 3 personal assistants as well as his bodyguards, because that is key to the government's case to show that this was an enterprise, that this was a criminal enterprise, and so they clearly established that today, Steph.
Lisa Evers in the courtroom for us. We're going to throw it back to you inside, Natasha and Steve.
Very well, we appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, here's another
Brigga,
breakdown.
how would you describe Cassie's demeanor when she took the
Here we
stand
go.
today?
When she walked in there, Rachel, she had on a brown dress, form-fitting, visibly pregnant, head held high, and did not make any eye contact with the defendant, with Sean Combs.
She's
What was
pretty.
Sean's reaction when he saw Cassie enter the courtroom?
You know, attorneys say that this is the first time that they've met since 2018 when she attended the funeral for Kim Porter, which is the mother of Sean Combs' 3 children. So to watch Sean Combs
Kim probably was
watching
doing
her
freak-offs
was really
too.
interesting because they haven't seen each other in at least 6 years. But he can't say anything. You know, this is a moment for him where he has to be silent. And right now we're hearing what she says in terms of what happened during the course of their over 10-year relationship.
Is he showing any reaction to what she is saying on the stand?
I can tell you that immediately, the moment she opened her mouth, you could see that Combs was listening intently to everything that she has to say, as well as those jurors. People
He was,
know
like,
that she
obsessed
was
with her,
that star
too.
witness, the key person in all of this. When you think about that civil suit that came out in 2023, that was settled the day after, she really is the person that connects all the dots. When you look at the indictment and you look at some of the charges, she's the one talking about the freak-offs and what was involved and how she had to act. The prosecution is asking her questions to
That's
show
tough.
that she wasn't in control. She said that Sean Combs directed everything from what she had on to the lighting in the room to how she was supposed to interact with the person.
He's
that she
living
was
on his
having sex with.
fantasies.
And again, just to reiterate what is a freak off, The freak off essentially was something that Cassie said she learned about through Sean Combs about a year into their relationship. He described it as voyeurism, wanting to watch her have sex with someone else. And she
Ew.
said that she did it because she was 22, 21, she was young, she didn't know any better, and that she wanted to please Sean Combs.
How many partners has she had
She
since
actually
the
had
freak
said
off
that
started?
She looked forward to the freak offs. Why did Cassie
Probably like
express
hundreds.
looking forward to these said freak offs?
When the prosecution asked her, was there ever a time that you enjoyed the freak offs? This is when Cassie got choked up and she said, I did, but only because I got to spend one-on-one time with Combs and I really did love him.
And that is speaking to
So
the
to an
psychological
extent, she was
abuse,
okay with. She
in
enjoyed
addition
it.
to the physical abuse that she potentially experienced as
Yet she's definitely laying out someone who was young, who was influenced by wanting to have this record career. She signed a 10-album deal with Bad Boy Entertainment led by Sean Combs.
Horrible.
And basically
10 albums.
describes being enamored by
That's
Sean
your entire
Combs,
career.
loving him, not knowing about certain things sexually, and him sort of telling her, teaching her about that. And what you hear is someone that was young and said, and she even said, you know, I was young, I was naive, I didn't know any better. But she's really telling the story.
She was
of
very
someone
beautiful, though.
who thought she was
If I could
gonna
have
be
anyone
with someone in
face,
this
I would
music
choose
industry
hers.
that was gonna help her career, that cared about her, but quickly learned after the freak offs that that wasn't the case. And what I thought was also interesting is she said that after that first freak off, she said she felt dirty. She didn't
Yeah.
want to do it. And when she brought up the idea of having a conversation about the freak offs in an email.
Yeah, that is definitely
Yeah.
contradicting though. So I get it.
Can imagine you feel disgusting.
She didn't want to. She claimed she didn't want to continue. However, she also said she didn't. She knew he was gonna do it. And by the way, chat. What I'm explaining here, and I need again, at times I'm gonna have like a symbol or something or a signal when I'm trying to tell you to understand things, but we gotta use our brain. There's a lot of women. Let me tell you this. Like chat. Like I'm not capping with you. I'm looking you in the eyes. There's a lot of these women who intentionally date rappers. They like the lifestyle. They know none of these rappers are going to be faithful. They know that rappers do A, B, C, and D. Most of them cheat. Most of them have multiple women. Most
Baby
of them are
mamas,
this,
a lot of
most them embarrass
kids,
them.
diseases.
They like the lifestyle. They like the gifts. Here's the thing. A lot of times, and think about some of these phrases. They cope with not being okay with certain shit by saying things like, I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce than cry in a Honda.
Yeah.
Now, that's
Or
your
because I
mentality.
loved him, I stuck
I don't want
around.
to hear you 20 years later or 5 years later or 7 or 10 years later saying you were a victim. You knew what this was coming with. You knew that this guy wasn't going to be monogamous. You knew what was going to go on.
He's right.
Like, you wanted the lifestyle, right? You're picking this lifestyle. And for you to be like, oh, no, come on, you're seeing it. What Cassie said that was so important. Cassie said, if I don't do the freak-offs with him, he's going to do it with another woman.
Yeah, she don't lose her spot in her
What
lifestyle.
does that tell y'all?
She was
What
honest
that tell
though.
y'all? Does it tell you that he gave her no option to leave? Does it tell you that she had to do it? Or did it tell you that she wanted to still keep this man in whatever capacity or whatever relationship or whatever closeness she had him?
She was
and
complicit
she
to an
was
extent,
down to do
yes.
things that maybe she didn't particularly like. Okay, well, if that's what he's into, you ever heard the saying, what one nigga won't do, or what one bitch won't do, another bitch will do, or what one nigga won't do, another nigga will do?
Mm-hmm.
She took that mentality and applied it to say, rather than me letting him go get another woman to do it and I could leave, I'm going to go do it. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that was a very
Damning
intricate
thing.
moment. Now, I
Yeah.
get it. This whole case is laden with a lot of abuse by Diddy. And that's what makes it, that's what makes
He's
it
a sexual deviant.
because
He needs
if
therapy.
we make the point to say, Shorty, you got the choice to leave, and you literally said, if you didn't do it, another woman would do it.
Gina.
That's what you said.
Young Miami.
Then they're going to throw the heaps of abuse that he did. A lot of it physical, maybe some of it verbal. They're going to say mental. And that then makes it a little bit, it's muddy waters to navigate through. But truthfully, chat, like, once I heard Cassie say, if I didn't do the freak offs with him, he was going to get another bitch. And I'm like, well, did you end up doing it? Yeah, I ended up doing it.
She ended up doing all of them, really.
I don't know what we constitute as a choice. And this is the interesting thing about this whole sex trafficking shit is what constitutes as a choice? Does it constitute as a choice when you make that, you have that in your mind saying, if I don't do it, another bitch gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. Is that a choice of your own recognizance, of your own free will and power? Or is that you feeling coerced? That is like a really central, integral point that's going to determine if Diddy goes to jail for life. Did you make that decision because you were financially coerced? Because there were veiled threats, there were
Do you think he'll go to prison?
whatever
now?
that could have influenced you to make that decision, or did you
I
say,
really don't think he
I
will.
want this man because of all the things
They
that
never
I
do
get
when they're
from
that
this
successful
man,
in life.
and if he wants freak offs, I'm gonna give him freak offs, and then essentially years later, you're now saying you were forced. I don't know. It's gonna be up to those jurors.
I'm sure she was forced to an extent.
I see somebody
For
on
10
Rumble,
years, gotta be a
Chris
level of,
Shout
you
out to my
know,
people on,
comfortability.
Rumble. We going over to Rumble soon, so everybody get over to Rumble. Y'all can start already. Start hitting the Rumble. Not Rumble, I mean Kick. My bad. Kick. Sorry. Where's me? Everybody start heading over to Kick. Kick.com/academics.
Y'all going over to Kick?
He said
I'm not. We about to play some games.
And I understand the butt. The butt is the weird shit. Diddy is weird.
Very.
The gay shit.
Extremely
Diddy is gay.
devious.
The violent shit. Diddy is a domestic abuser.
Yes.
These are all things we can say yes to.
And drugs and alcohol.
But is Diddy a sex trafficker?
Maybe.
Or if you put all those things together, is it sex trafficking? That's what this case is about. That's what the case is about. I don't know if we have an easy answer.
How long is this trial
All
supposed to
these
be
people that
for?
are testifying for the government have an angle. The one sex worker, he secretly fell in love, seemingly, with Cassie. Cassie, who just got supposedly a $30 million settlement from Diddy, she could bring her
$30 million
by testifying, but the government approached her, which probably was initially looking at her as you're either a victim or you're a co-conspirator. So she got to flip on Diddy. Who are these other people? The person who worked in the hotel. He says he saw A, B, C, and D. I feel like I'm giving
30 million, chat?
like the closing for these. If we're closing right now, after day 3.
Yeah,
The
30
person
million.
said he showed up to the 6th floor at the LA Intercontinental Hotel. He said that Diddy tried to be like, yo, you recorded, and he had to get physical with Diddy. Wasn't in the report.
Well, they got the pushing and
Admitted
shoving.
that he recorded the video selfishly to show to his wife, but never called the cops. Said Cassie didn't want him to call the cops. Never put that in the report. Again, this is going to come down to who do you believe, and here's what I'm thinking. Remember, this is in the United States of America. For someone to be found guilty, a jury of their peers, at least 12 of them, has to come to a unanimous decision beyond a reasonable doubt that this person is guilty of said crimes. I've told you what is clear he's guilty of. Being a freaky ass nigga, being a batiman, being a domestic abuser, but is he guilty of the crime of being a sex trafficker? That is to be answered, and it will be answered by a jury at some point. After day 3, do we have the answers? I don't know. Let me keep playing.
30
CBS
days.
News' Jerica Duncan.
Day 3 out of
which
30.
The juror saw. She said she backpedaled in the email because Combs responded by saying, I know, you don't want to do it. And she said, oh no, well, it's not that. But that was the beginning. That was in 2010 where she brings up in an email that she wanted to have a conversation about this. And in her words, she didn't want to do it, but she felt like she had to do it.
Gosh, it's so difficult to hear all of these details. And since taking the stand, Cassie has been emotional. What made Cassie emotional on the stand?
I think what made Cassie emotional is having to describe the details of the freak off and why she did it. When she talked about wanting to do it to please Sean Combs, that's when she broke down. Up until that point, she had just been answering the questions. She's a little soft-spoken at times, but that's when she got emotional. When she had to answer the question about if she enjoyed it, that's when she broke down, because she said, I enjoyed being with Sean Combs. And she says, I did it because it made him happy.
What did the expressions of the jurors look like?
The jurors are laser focused on what Cassie has to say. And that's to be expected, right? Because she is the person who will likely be on the stand, according to attorneys, for 2, maybe 3 days. She's the one that was in the relationship with Sean Combs for over 10 years. So she's got a lot to say, and she's just getting started.
Just how important is Cassie's testimony to the prosecution?
I think it really connects the dots, Rachel. When you look at that initial indictment and what's being alleged, she really is the person that has probably the most information about this idea that the prosecution says, which is creating a criminal enterprise for Sean Combs' sexual desires. Something else that the jurors saw today that sort of connects it back to this alleged criminal enterprise are 7 photos of people that were very close to Sean Combs, one even his former chief of staff. And these were all people that Cassie Ventura was able to name and explain the functions in terms of what they did: security, driver, chief of staff, someone that handled financials. So it's showing that she knew some of these people, again, because she was with him, around him for so long.
What have reactions in the courtroom been when explicit details of these freak-offs are being described?
Honestly, I'm looking at his family a lot as these details are coming out, and they really don't have a reaction. They're listening. I thought it was
probably because I knew this already.
That during part of that testimony with the escort, the male escort, the girls left. So Sean Combs has 3 daughters that are in the courtroom. They left for some of that testimony.
Why did she only want to wear all white?
They are staying through all of that testimony from Cassie Ventura.
Cassie's testimony is clearly explosive to both sides, both the prosecution and the defense. What other celebrities might we see take the stand in this case?
You know, there was a moment early on when Cassie mentioned Dallas Austin, who she called a friend, who's a producer. So I don't know if that's someone that we're going to hear from. We know that there were pictures shown to prospective jurors that are well-known celebrities, you know, Kanye West, Kid. We're going to Kid Cudi, Lauren London. We don't know, though, how they fit yet into why they were even asked, do you know these people? Are you familiar with them?
So,
Lauren London?
Huh? So the prosecution is questioning Cassie right now, still questioning her.
The defense hasn't even got a chance to, I mean, that might change based on the timing, but, you know, because she's such a key witness, it's likely that she will be on that stand the rest of the day.
She's very poised answering those questions.
About the nicknames that were used between Cassie and Sean?
Yeah, we learned that Cassie referred to him as Pop Pop, and Sean Combs would refer to her as CC. The prosecution says, what does CC stand for? She said Cassie Combs.
What kind of witness is Cassie off as to the jurors?
I think
she thought it was really going to be a thing.
Once again, by the way, and you know, as
potential. She was dating for potential.
Guilty of and what he's not guilty of. I definitely think he's guilty of this. I think he lied to her. Mad niggas do this. Like, they get a girl
to keep her,
string her on. Like, Diddy got a complete family already. Like, I know he just had a new baby, but he has a complete family already.
Which is crazy. A new baby in your 50s, and now you're going through this.
All his life. Why do you think Cassie's
Pop Pop is like some grandpa shit.
Probably stringing her on with whatever she wants to hear. Yo, no. Listen, girl, now I'm gonna marry you. Like, you gonna be my new Kim Porter. You're gonna be whatever. I think he definitely lied to her. Of course. You could tell he's lying to her. You know what he said to her ass? He started calling her Cassie Combs. So he's selling her the dream.
Yeah, to keep her in place. Don't trust them, chat. Don't trust them. Follow their actions, not the words. Actions over words.
She's buying into it. Like, oh yeah, nah, I'm his number one. I'm his bitch. That's what's shit. We finna eventually. And then what happens? as she starts to age, she gets a little bit older. He
Mm-hmm.
finds a new chick who he could run the same play on. He dips.
Gina.
Peace. But in that moment of noticing, like, oh, damn, he don't fuck with me like that no more. By the way, I think the same thing happened with Shannon Sharp. I told y'all this. I think Shannon was fucking with this chick.
Mm-hmm.
And when Shannon sold her a dream, yo, I'm gonna give you a kid.
Why you want that old ass man's kid?
This is your skip.
Just for you for money.
I'm gonna give you a kid.
Why am I
I
asking?
think he was planning to give her, he was telling her, I'm gonna give you a kid. Yo, whatever. I'm gonna, you know.
Ew.
Stringing her along. And then it only when he was starting to move on to a new chick. Because remember, the last couple messages, he wasn't seeing her as frequently.
Mm-hmm.
That's when she's like, damn, this nigga lied to me. He ain't give me no kid. I ain't getting no ring. I ain't getting nothing. And I done fucked not 10,000, like at least 1,000 niggas. Cassie gets
That's
salty.
tough.
She gets with the trainer. Trainer broke. Trainer's like, yeah, we don't do private jets. We do connecting flights. Like
Layovers.
Passes. We doing all the
Commercials.
We do Uber pools. We in the back of the plane, not first class. We not. Cassie like, man, fuck that nigga Sean, man. Wasted all my talented beauty and youth on this bitch ass nigga. I'm suing him. I think that's the same thing about. That's what I personally. I think when you lie to these chicks, like a lot of niggas lie to women,
Mm-hmm.
give them false promises. You know what I said about the Shannon Sharp case? This chick was begging for a baby the whole time. If Shannon Sharp had gotten her pregnant, he would have never caught a case. They're only tight when you leave them high and dry. They have to walk away from the
You shouldn't have lied
situation
though.
with only memories of you fucking them. Yes, they're gonna sue. If that chick with Shannon Sharp had gotten a baby, which gonna be her meal ticket, she not suing. I promise you. Cassie, she was with this nigga for 10 years, dealt with all type of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
People saying that she was a homewrecker with Kim Porter. He done beat the fuck out of her. He done did A, B, C, D, and E. But at the end of the day, she had to leave with nothing with her two long hands. I guarantee you, bro. And the worst part about it, because a nigga like Diddy famous, she got to watch Diddy do this shit again to another bitch.
Yeah. Give them the
She gotta
life.
watch
Give
Diddy
them
do
the.
same play to another bitch. Another chick come in and be like, yo, you the one. All right, come on, I'm gonna get you a spot over there. Yo, come on, let's do the freak. And she, man, fuck that shit.
Freak
You know what I'm
off.
saying? They're watching Diddy do the play. He did it to Gina, did it to some other girls, and then even Young Miami was about to get the play. Man,
She
now
got lucky.
Now you living with this guy who's he might love you. He a trainer. He broke. Nigga broke is a joke. Y'all splitting bills. Ain't no assistance. Y'all talking about, yo, I don't know if I could afford daycare. I don't know if I could afford babysitter money. That was never the conversation with Diddy. You start resenting that nigga. Somebody come up with a bright idea. Man, sue that bitch ass nigga Diddy, man.
We are watching the Menendez brothers trial.
Naturally, when you look at her visually, people see that she's pregnant and looking like she's due any day now. So they might, have empathy, sympathy for her in that way, but we don't really know. We know that they've been instructed to be fair and impartial. As to what type of witness she's coming off as, she's describing someone that she was, someone she said that was trying to figure out who she was at that time and who she was allowed to be.
She looks
now
good
you're looking
there.
at somebody that's almost 40 years old, totally
Wow.
different person, but even in
How old is she
describing
exactly?
what was going on at her at that time, taking drugs, trying to please Sean Combs, she's really just sort of laying out the case for her not having a lot of control.
38.
So I think that's the takeaway. This is someone who
Women are
is
having babies in
very
their
clear
30s.
that
That's
at that
so
particular
really
time in her
cool.
life, she said she did not have any
Late
control
30s.
really over what she wore, what she.
By the way, also shout out to all my people.
He was picking her clothes.
Cap, no cap. Thank you for the 5 gifted. King Jar, Far 86. Thank you for the 2 gifted. Tote or Float. Thank you for the 5. Bell House. Thank you for the 5. Oh my God, Kick is going crazy with the gifted subs. King Jar Far, he actually.
Oh, she's
gifted like
pregnant,
about 10 more.
Damn.
Houston Hitter, thank you.
She's
for
like
the,
third trimester
gifted. Also,
pregnant.
Maconio, thank you for the gifted. So
Like, do any day pregnant.
Thank you guys for the gifted. Kick is
Like
going up. I
Billy
appreciate
just
all you guys
Love y'all.
in front of her.
I see my boy.
She did, who she was having sex with. She's a different
Wow.
person now. But I think when she talks about those details and even reflecting on them for herself, as we saw today, she broke down in that courtroom.
Her husband's been by her side. He's in the courtroom. Have you been able to
It's
see
kinda
his
hot.
reaction?
I was sitting about 2 rows behind
Mine's a
Cassie's
James
husband,
Bond.
and he also not showing any emotion that I can see visibly on his face, but just staying there and there obviously to support his wife. But I can only imagine how difficult it must be for everybody listening to these details, but definitely somebody who's as close to her as her husband.
Well, she done got the bag now.
Okay. Next, we have, and this is what we have.
All right, child. Let's play some games. That was heavy. We will pick up on that maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, because that was a lot. That was a lot. Let's switch over to Jules. Okay, let's minimize this a little bit. It's a little big. I want y'all to see my expert level, of course. Can't really see because chat is in the way. Yeah. Okay. So we got past level 15, level 16. I think really level 18 is where we are falling short at. Let me play some copyright-free music. Let's see.
What's up, tribe? Y'all miss me? Before I get this
Who the
video
fuck is
started,
that?
I just want to say I am no way hating or putting a sister down, okay? That's never my intent, never will be. But there are some things we have to address for the betterment of the community. And I am of the community. I've been of the community for 17 years. So I think I know a little bit about what I'm talking about.
Who the hell is speaking?
Now, if you never heard of Dodash, let me give you a little bit of rundown about who she is.
I don't
Dodash
know.
is a content creator that used to post about gig work, mainly. You know, Uber Eats, Postmates.
Do I like this? I didn't really want to hear no slow shit, but let's do the trick for now. Remember, this is a warm-up round. It's our first round of the day. Just getting our muscles warmed up here. I gotta swap. I have to change the music. I need something a little more oomph in it. I really don't need to do this. That was stupid. Okay. Alright, hold on, chat. I need copyright-free music. I hate lo-fi. try this one. Come on. Go there. Yeah, I like Glorilla. I don't really like her music too much. It's a little rough. I'm a lady. I'm classy.
How old is your brain?
Oh my god.
Blame
It's
Seeker's notes for
20 something years old. Yeah. I'm a thug. How the fuck do I have the hiccups? Alright, let's get to it. This shit lagging? You can't keep up with my moves? Am I moving too fast? I am working on a Dell. Their first laptop ever, first generation. I got from college. Alright, level 4. Double decker. Gets me excited every time. Ugh. It's chills on my spine. Oh, well, should I? I mean, why not? Alright, these niggas getting on my nerves with this. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, close it out for me. I think this is the part where they offer us a special jewel on this level. Yes, we want that jewel. We want that crystal.
Hold on for a moment. Tired of typical candy-crushing games? Try Clockmaker.
No. I'm not trying any farm games, any games from this. You could play ad-free, but I'm not paying for that. I'm sorry. Feel free to, like, send a donation or something. And we'll put that towards the, ad-free fund. Oh my god. Bye. Wait. Okay. He was annoying with the error. So I had to come up to the stage. To throwing that ass for days. Dang. We're streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, there we go. Yes. Give me all the special jewels. Only problem is I don't want this to blow up at all. I want to keep that jewel as sacred as possible. Because you want to see that. You're going to need that for the higher levels. Oh. I barely touched it. And we don't want it to. Let me know how the sound is. Is my mic too low or the desktop while the music is too loud or what? I might just have my earphones up too loud. I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that. Mm-hmm. Okay, level 7. I should move on up. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Chad, be careful where you move your cursor. I'm sorry, I do not like her music. Thank you. I got a little voice. Just noticed those 2 crystals are gone. Well, that fucking sucks. That Freaking sucks. I think level 10 or 11 is the next one that'll give us that. Let's see. What a spectacular move. Come on, move it. The lag is driving me a little bit crazy, but I think because we're streaming on 2 platforms, Twitch and YouTube. So maybe working overtime. And this laptop is about as old as me, so gotta work with what you got. I don't want to use this. I feel like I'm just doing it just to do it. And these jewels carry over to the next round too, so gotta be careful. Our highest score was 86 million. I think the closest we ever got was 64? The fact that he was like a guy rapping now is like a serial killer in Chicago is crazy. We didn't find out till after he died. See, I told y'all level 10 or level 11 was gonna give us a duel.
Message. We were working on a Black Hawk all afternoon. It was awesome. Oh, you called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. I can't wait. I'll tell you all about it later. I love you.
Learn how you can be
Love you,
all
bye.
you can be at goarmy.com.
I'm just now starting to like SZA as a singer. It took me a long time, many years. Cause I don't know, something, maybe because I'm used to a certain type of singer. I cannot get with her voice sometimes. Okay, let's just go on to level 11. We're trying to get to 16 or 17. to play spots where I really want to get to level 20, but I know that's going to be quite a bit of work.
Hey, Mom, sorry for
We
the
just
late
saw this
message.
ad.
We
We
were
literally
working
just
on
saw
a
this
black
ad.
hawk all afternoon. It
We
was
had to work
awesome.
out at
Oh,
7.
you
Of
called it.
course,
I'm going
rehearsing
surfing on
yesterday.
Sunday. I can't wait. I'll tell you all about it later. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at
Today is back
GoArmy.com.
exercise. So 1 hour, 45 minutes, or 45 minutes, I should say, of just straight back workouts. Which are cute. No more back rolls. It's so sassy. Stop teasing me. Cause we need a Hail Mary right there. Oh shit. I should have kept that spot. This is dazzling. I'm just go to the next. Oh wait. Wait. Please. Big girl. I think Drake gonna be another one that's gonna be like getting a trial, like Diddy. You better be careful. I'm sure it won't end with just Diddy. Oh my god. Is it still raining? Damn. I have so many options. I can't even move up. God, to finish this. I had to, just for like, mental purposes. This is gonna flow to the next round. We want to keep it, I'm not gonna, don't overdo it. Don't get overexcited. Just enough to pass. Keisha. I want to know what that studio session was like coming up with the song. Cause he did it. Wow. All these options and absolutely nothing to really work with here. I used to have the biggest crush on AZ Chike, who's rapping alongside Kendrick on the song. He had gauges, and that's what made me love him. Because I have gauges. Oh my god. He's the one. But I think he got surgery to close him up, so he has a regular earlobe now. So he's no longer my main squeeze. Come on. Dang. They got us, chat. I don't want to use my special tool. It's not fair. Oh, this is enough to pass the next level. Yes, it is. Because I did not want to use my second one. It's too early. We need them. We literally need them. We've gone through this before. Yes. Now we have to create more in the game. Whew. That was nerve-wracking. Let's go. Let's go. Why is the fuck Microsoft Store opening? Like, I'm in the middle of a championship round. I gotta beat this. I gotta do this. I got 6 minutes, so I gotta go work out. My food has digested. I finished my chicken parm from Sunday. Just finished yesterday. I'm learning to not overeat, not to eat myself full, just to satiate. Valuable lesson learned today. Okay. I was getting concerned. I was like, I know I'm not out of moves. I know I have not. Yes, I am. Damn. Of course, the purple's on the other side. I don't want to use my baby, like, Probably the stupidest fuck to do. I knew it was stupid. Chat. It's been real. Looks like it's over for us here. Yes. This is our last and final opportunity here with this team.
We were working on a Black Hawk all afternoon.
Gotta make something shake. Remember what happened last time? We got through it. What level we on? We're level 15. This is the level we usually stop at. To get past 15, we can get past 16. Okay, have you been rewarded? Thank you. So I'm gonna use this on blue because there's a lot of blue. And that is not enough to save us. Chat. We got to level 15. We are now level up. To level 28, we're officially specialist status. Expert level 28. 47 million points. That is like almost half of what our best score was. I don't know what I was on that day, but I need to re-up. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment. And I will see you guys again on Thursday, I think? No. Tomorrow's what, Wednesday? Yeah, Thursday. Today we're celebrating day 12. Day 12 of consistent streaming nonstop. And not only that, we also did 28 hours of streaming. Only in 28, so now we're one achievement away, which is to have 75 viewers concurrent in the next 30 days. That's going to be